It's not goodbye, because I'll see you again sometime, but it's time to go.
These are so good. Well, look who's back. She's also got silly little strings hanging from her top. Please excuse my outfit. I have nothing renovation appropriate, only some summer clothes that I've had at my nan's house for the last 5 years. What's going on here? I don't know. If you've been on my channel for quite some time now, you might be very familiar with this echoey space. If you're new here and you've just joined me since I've been in Korea, a little bit of backstory about this place is that I bought it in 2018, renovated it, was gonna leave, ended up staying during the pandemic, and then ended up going to London and Korea and renting this place out for a couple of years while I did those things because I didn't know what to do. Then I met the love of my life, Hayley. We got married and we decided to move to the UK for a little while to be closer to family and live in this house because it became available literally at exactly the right time. Hayley and the dogs are still in Korea. By the time you're watching this, might be around the time we're moving, because I think I'll save this video for then, so that I am not worrying about what I do and don't have to post. I had to come back to deal with some family matters, and I'm trying to take my mind off of being stressed by doing some stuff in the house. So I thought today I could take you through an empty house tour and share with you what I'm going to do to spruce this place up, because there's a lot of stuff in here that really needs sprucing. A few years ago I showed a full house tour with it furnished. This is what it looks like empty and after 3 years of having multiple different people live in the house. So it needs a bit of work. So I've got my work cut out for me. Let's do a quick tour and I'll talk you through all of the things that we're going to be doing over the next few months. Let's start at the entrance. We're in the hallway right now. This is one of the areas that needs the most work because of the damp problem. This is what it looks like in the entryway. Most of it looks pretty similar to how I had it before, except for this massive pile of stuff. This is all the stuff I've been bringing over since yesterday. There's some in there too, so don't mind the stuff. But as we turn to the left, there are some really serious areas of damp. Oh, that's not good. It extends to over here too, and you can see there is a square where there's no issues because I had damp proofing done, but they obviously didn't go as far as it needed to go. So I'm wondering if I have any kind of guarantee on the work that was done. I'm gonna call them, get them to come over and take a look and then be like, what's going on here? I don't know, that might be my responsibility, but we are going to find out. The door needs another coat of paint. There's some holes here that need filling, but other than that, the rest of the hallway is looking good. As we come into the sitting room, I think I'm going to resand and repaint all of the doors. In here we have the dining room and the sitting room. This all looks great. My mantelpiece looks so good. I brought in a table yesterday and then this thing was left behind by a tenant, so I don't know, maybe I can do an upcycle project on that if I need a side table. Everything's looking pretty good here, but I think it shows up more on camera than it does in real life, but where I've painted over the trim, it's gone a slightly different color from the walls, which is just not great. So I've been testing some paint samples. Hello. It's hard to see them, but there are 4 of them up there. The ones in the middle are pretty close to the color that's already on the wall. I think I like this color. It's a bit warmer than the others, which are pulling a bit gray and cool toned. What I think I'm going to do is paint the entire house in that color and color trench the skirting boards, the ceilings and everything, and then maybe come in and do some other colors once everything's settled. I don't want to be making any big color decisions right now, so we're just going to go with a warm white and make it feel cozy in here. Yeah. This curtain rail really needs to be replaced. That's quite high on my priority list. It's covered in paint and dust and it's so gross and I never replaced it. And as you can see, there's so many areas on the coving that need touching up. caulking. The ceiling needs to be repainted, and I never got around to fixing the ceiling rose, so at some point I'd like to see if I can make a cast of some of those petals and fix those little broken sections. I don't think it will be too difficult, but right now it really sticks out and it looks so sad. I don't love the chandelier. It's pretty small in comparison to the size of the space, so I feel like I could try and move that elsewhere and replace it with something else. But everything else is looking pretty good. I had thought about sanding and refinishing the floors. I don't know if I really want to give myself that massive task right now. There's other stuff to be done. In here, everything's looking pretty good, but I am gonna paint the entire room. And I need to do something about these tiles because I don't plan on putting a fireplace around here anytime soon. I think this one speaks for itself because this is such an open room. I don't want to lose all of this wall space where I could put like a cabinet or a desk or something. There are other places we can put a mantelpiece. Because actually the old one that was in the sitting room is currently in the shed. So I might put that like upstairs or something because it's kind of sad to have such a lovely Victorian house with only one fireplace. I think I could add some more. We've got space. Okay, let's move into the kitchen. All of this is okay. I'm gonna come through and clean the carpets. I bought a carpet cleaner, so I'll try that out on all of this and upstairs. The kitchen here. Again, I've been making a mess already. I came in yesterday. I never ended up painting the kitchen. It's always been this like builder grade white. And you can see the swatches in here way better. That's the one I want to do over the whole room. The kitchen looks good. There is a problem over here. This is obviously where someone had put some kind of draining board or something, and there's so much water damage. I'm not thrilled about this. I came in with some diluted oxygen bleach yesterday and it's lightened up quite a lot, so I'm going to redo that today and we're going to sand the whole countertop and reseal it. I saw online that if you sand it too much you'll end up with a dent, so I'm trying everything I possibly can before I go in with the sander. So that needs some work. This area also looks like it's in quite a high traffic area, so I'm gonna just do the entire kitchen countertop and try and get it back to what it was. And then this is the breakfast nook. The table that I had in the sitting room is gonna go here. And at some point, I'm gonna take all of this nasty plastic flooring off and I'm gonna tile it. I don't know what got into me when I put this down. It's just not my style anymore. Again, here are our swatches. Moving around here, we have a very empty section where my washer and dryer used to be, but I sold those to the first tenants. So we're gonna do a lot of patchwork on the walls and we're gonna have to get at least a new washer and hopefully a new dryer. Might try and pick up a washer secondhand, so we'll see what we can do. The bathroom looks fine. I never liked this bathroom, it would always spook me out a bit. The walls were not plastered properly the first time, so I'm gonna go in and skim coat them and then paint it a different color. I could definitely do something about boxing in these pipes a little bit better, but yeah, that's the breakfast nook. The outside needs a lot of work, but that'll be a fun project in the spring. You might remember I put all of these wooden decking tiles down. I'm thinking of maybe getting some paving slabs and doing all of this section with slabs, but we'll see if that's in the budget. Because things are going to add up really quickly. I'm thinking of maybe getting rid of this shed and learning to repoint the bricks so that we can do all of the brickwork, because it could look so nice if it was done up. I want to get a proper gate for at the back of the garden, but it's bigger than I remembered. I think once it's all tidy, the dogs are gonna really like it out there. Here's another view of the kitchen. It feels so weird to be back. Like, it doesn't feel real. But I think once I start painting, it's gonna start feeling like home again. Let's go upstairs. We've had a shelf that's fallen down here as well. That needs to be patched. Easy, not a problem. There's some little pulls on the carpet, which aren't great, so I'm wondering if I can, like, I don't know, do something to fix those with my sewing skills. For the most part, the bathroom looks really good. However, something happened here. I'm not sure what. I'm wondering if it's just the vinyl. That is not good. So I'm gonna do my best to fix that, but other than that, bathroom's looking good. The bedroom is looking so nice. I like it, but I am gonna have to sadly repaint because in this corner we have what looks like a little bit of mold. Quite a lot of mold. I don't know how that happened. Never had this problem before. So I'm going to get it tested for damp. If everything comes back clear, I'm going to stain block it and paint it and just make sure everything is aired out really well in this room. And there's a few areas where the paint's been flaking off. So we're just going to redecorate in here too. I'm also considering getting rid of these shelves that I put in. They're warping in the middle. Not the vibe. I might get rid of the pink door. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I need to make some decisions, but that's the bedroom. And into the second bedroom. This room is perfect. Nothing to report back here. I really used to love this room because it was so much quieter than the other bedroom. So I think what we'll do here is potentially have like a desk to get ready and have this as our dressing room. Currently don't have any wardrobes, so I'm thinking of installing a rail and having all of our clothes in here, maybe something here. I've got a pull-out couch that we can put here so we can have it as a guest bedroom, but kind of also a hangout space. Haley and I love getting ready together in the morning, so it'd be nice to have more space to do that. So that's the plan. But we also have a lot of clothes, so we need to figure out how we're going to store them. The closet area needs some work. I'll paint it white. When I first got the place, there was one door on this thing, so I might see if I can get some more made or make them myself. I'm really overestimating my skills here, but what's the harm in trying and learning, right? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I love this bathroom so much and it's still in pretty good condition. I was really worried because I've heard that black taps and shower fittings can get really nasty after a year or so, but they're in pretty good condition. They just need a little bit of limescale remover and they're done. Some things happen here. This is the door to the boiler. I've had a cut made for access purposes, I guess, and that looks pretty bad, so we'll touch that up. But yeah, everything else in here looks great. Pretty happy with that. And then these are the back rooms. And I'm not planning on doing anything with these two rooms right now. At some point I could do with figuring out something about this boarded up fireplace because it's not looking particularly nice. This is the smallest bedroom. I think we could probably put some clothing rails up and have our out of season clothing in here. It's okay in here. There's just definitely a lot of stuff I would do to make it look better. And then this room at the back used to be my office and it's looking pretty good. It looks fine. Fire alarm, I guess, needs to be reinstalled. I think this is fine for the time being, so we're just going to leave this one as it is. So, we have a lot of work to do. Hold on, let me put you on a tripod. Oh, hi, me again. Sorry, not to do another boring little disclaimer, but you might notice that there are areas in the house that are damaged or that have seen better days, and there are 3 reasons for this, and I just want to talk you through this. The reason I didn't mention any of this in the video was because really I wanted this to just be a video about, you know, fun stuff I want to do to the house when we move back in over the next few months. So when I was filming, I was just like, I'm just gonna show it and I'm not gonna explain in too much detail, but there's 3 things going on here. One is there's some very significant damp in the hallway, which wasn't a problem when I left, and I'm quite disappointed that, you know, it wasn't picked up on while I was away because I would have had it sorted. The second thing is when I was doing all of this renovation stuff, obviously I was doing it on my own, I got renovation fatigue. There's a couple of areas, like the sitting room ceiling is a little patchy, there's areas that need caulking. Before I left, what I wanted to do was do all of these things, but I ran out of time because, to cut a long story very short, the agency who dealt with the tenancies found me a couple to move in way before I was ready, and at the time I just said okay because I really wanted to get a move on. I was like, fine, whatever. In hindsight, I should have said no, but I did. Anyway, we're gonna fix these things now and I'm going to be a perfectionist about them. I didn't like how they were left. And lastly, there's wear and tear. Like, it's been occupied for 3 years, it's a home, it's got to be lived in, but there are about 3 areas where the wear and tear is not wear and tear. It's quite badly damaged and it's much closer to neglect. And I didn't want to make a big fuss about this in the video because I think this is between me and the agency and the tenants, and I didn't want to drag anyone's name through the mud on camera because I think that's just not a very classy thing to do. But there are some areas that you'll see that like just don't look very nice, and that's why, but it is what it is. Anyway, back into the video. I just wanted to explain those things because if you'd seen the house before I left, you would have known that it looked a bit different. Let's jump back in. Anyway, if you have any questions about anything to do with the house or any ideas that you have about what I could do, do you think I should remove that shed? What should I do with the garden? Please let me know in the comments down below, especially any questions, because I'll answer them in some upcoming videos. I'm going to sign off here. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a pretty simple video of just showing you around the space, but I wanted to give you an idea of how it all looks before we start doing all of the work. I'm gonna try and edit some really cool and fun makeovers and vlogs in here moving forward. So if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram. I have 2 Instagrams and a TikTok. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. It feels so good to be back. I'll see you next time. Bye.